Alright, it's that time once again for another Ashran Trash Can, August the 24th, 2025. Looks like we got about 18 Maniacs up in the house. Alliance to have 7 healers and 1 tank. We're heading to the Ring of Conquest for that initial team fight. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. They're all rushing in there. Is the AA up? More than likely, right? No point going to rock unless you're going for that AA at the very beginning. Sometimes you might rush into them here, I guess, and try to prevent them from going backdoor, but when they got that many healers, usually they don't try to backdoor right off the rip, you know? They'll wait to see how the team fight's going and then eventually go there if they are failing to make any ground in that team fight. Yeah, buddy. Got the life cocoon on my Paladin. Time to do some Hulk smashing. Get these healers down. Yeah, once you take out the healers, obviously the rest of the team falls. Can push right through them. Finish off the Boomy. Hunter's gone. Now we can rush right into them here. Get some AoEs off, right? You got to hit your Divine Storm every time it's up. Jeez, I'm sitting right there in the middle of them. I used my bubble already, so that may or may not be good. I'm trying to get away and reset there. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's not like on the rogue where you could just vanish and run away and hide and fight another day, right? You can run with the Paladin, but you get only one escape plan for real. Granted, I guess you got Blessing and Protection and a couple other defensives, but your main one is that Divine Shield. When that's gone, you're on borrowed time for sure. We're trying to push them back up this hill here. We got a team that is splitting. They're going to AA right now. I don't like to go and get that AA until we finish wiping them, at least pushing them past this little entryway here, because it could be bad for us. Obviously, we're getting closer and closer to their base, so their dead will have less and less to run back. We want to make sure to wipe them and prevent them from even trying to come back, right? That's what the plan is. But doesn't look like the rest of our team is on board with that plan. We got about 10 people that are going to get that AA. Hopefully we're all right, though. With the amount that we've taken out and they're already back in their base, we probably still have the advantage here. We haven't lost a single person in the team fight, so I guess we're doing all right. Finish off the priest healer. Got him gripped in. After this priest is down, let's go finish up at rock and get that AA. Nobody's clicking on it? Alright, I'll take it on the Pally. Right, man? They have 2 Death Knights to worry about, plus they have everyone could possibly have, and, you know, web pool to grip you into any place at any time, right? Granted, I mean, like I said, it's okay for the Paladin to be messing around with the AA. A lot of people say, hey, they don't want it on a melee, but the Paladin's got that oh shit button, and you can use it to get away in almost any spot. The only time you really have any kind of trouble is if, you know, their priests can predict where you're going to run after you bubble. That's really the only way you can die as a Paladin with the AA. Because obviously they're going to have to hit you with a Master Spell. They obviously did not want to do any PvP in because they were all trying to rush here into our base and take out that boss and get out of here. I'm going all in. Pop the bubble right now. Get some AoEs off. Maybe I can take out some targets. Jeez. They're all up here. Their healers are spamming healers. I'm going to try to take out the shaman first. Get him. Take him out. Salty Element. Almost got him, but not quite, right? Put some pressure on maybe some other DPS. We should be good. Let's get this warrior out of here. There's no more beating on us in our face. Now they're starting to fall back. We are getting some HKs. I'll take that kill right there. That hit me at 20 kill streak. So any extra kills I get from here on out, it's going to go with the holy shit sound, right? So I need to start stealing all these killing blows. You know, stuff like that. Why would it be a problem, okay? Is that going to be an issue when the new Midnight expansion hits? Are they going to have a problem with you playing a certain sound when you kill a target? I don't know. That just seems like all-around good fun in my book, you know? I don't know why they would want to block some stuff like that. It's not really a combat add-on, right? Who knows? I got the top damage right now, though, because that Divine Storm is pumping, man. Especially when you got Wake of Ashes. I have no Divine Shield right now, but there's not a whole lot of them here. I still have my Trinket in case the Paladin tries to put me in their jail. That's pretty much all you really keep your trinket for. Hold that thing until you hear that jail sound, which obviously that's not going to be going away, right? They're going to keep that in the game, so at least you will have some kind of audio cue when the Paladin puts you in the jail. Take out the tank. Nope. He's got to get that Guardian there. We got to get it down first. Guardian's down. Now the Paladin can die. Nope, he procs another one. I mean, what is the internal cooldown on that Guardian, man? Probably 0, right? Yeah, more than likely. Watch out for this. The Warlock was going to try and get some people ported there for sure. They like to port people behind little pillars like that. I'm just rushing into them at this point, man. There's really nothing else that they can do to me. I got this AA. We got toys popping off. They're all bouncing up in the air. Let's take out Mantha View Fear. Got him. Now we can take out the Warrior one more time. Warrior is blade storming here and then it's going to run. Yeah, you've seen that. Heroic leap was going to be going for sure. Paladin's bubbled. The tank's here. We can get the healer down. Here's another healer too. Get these shaman healers out of here. Send them back to the base. The tank got destroyed as well. Now we might as well push here and get a few more extra HKs, right? Get as many as we can. Cloth these, man, they just get deleted. Granted, I mean, they have a couple cooldowns they have for defensives. But once that dispersion's gone, that priest's time is numbered. They're down. Finish off the Druid Boomy next. Should be able to finish them. Oh, it's close. Almost had them. Get them down low, and then you just spam that hammer, right? Sometimes that's all you really need to do. Sit there and spam the hammer. Like basically execute for a warrior. It is kind of weird how Blizzard has basically given all classes some form of everything. They gripped me in now, finally. I have Bubble, I have Trinket. I'm not going to use anything, though. I'm not in any trouble. There was no reason for me to hit any of those defensives. Granted, I mean, the Monk even threw their life cocoon on me as well. Going to throw up in the air. You cannot use your glider when you have the AA. Got slow fall put on me. They're starting to push us back, and they took out our mage. That's how they caught up in score. 115 to 122. Alliance mage is still alive, of course. We just got to take out these healers, though. Frozen. Toy City, right? I'm going to sit this. I'm not going to use anything to get out of that. There's no reason for me to do that. Now I'm going to go and reset over here. Let's see if we can get the shaman down on the side. Oh, he's got some heals that are hitting him. Now there's a few over there by that pillar. Boomy, get them down. Get those boomies out of here. That's their top damage right there. Star Eclipse. Yep. Stunned again. And we got a knock up in the air. Perfect with that stampede. Let's get up there and see if we can do some massive amounts of AoE damage when they all fall. Here we go. Boom. Got him. Finish that healer. Yeah, buddy. At this point, just keep rushing in here. There's not a lot of melee right now, but I'm going to hit shield anyway. And just start targeting anybody low, getting that hammer off, finishing them. Their top DPS is down. Once their top DPS is down, we can put all the pressure we want onto them. Frostworm takes a deep breath. They got another worm coming. Is it theirs or is it ours? At this point, you don't even know. That is one thing that is kind of screwy with Blizzard's system here, too. They don't let you know who's sending the Frostworm. What kind of shit is that, right? No combat add-ons, but they don't have any way to tell if it was your team that sent it or if it was the enemy team. You know? There's just so much stuff that Blizzard doesn't do in PvP that is necessary. I understand, you know, they want to put their little war against add-ons for all the race to world first and shit like that, but because of the 1%ers, the rest of the entire game have to suffer? That's just kind of bullshit. You're going to cater to the 1%ers. But I shouldn't expect anything different because Blizzard has done this in the past time and time again for sure. We are starting to wipe them here, and we're starting to get our lead back in session here. Got frozen once again. Our boss is under attack. Okay. They got some people trying to get that back door going. That's one thing I don't like about Battleground enemies because Blizzard has locked down that piece of the API. Notice that people that are taken out and die, they're stuck there with 0 health on the bar. The only time their bars actually reset is when you drop combat. It's so stupid, man. How is it an unfair advantage or automation just to know how much HP the enemy team players have? I mean, that's just idiotic, right? The reason why they have issues right now in the War Within expansion is because Blizzard has like show and hide windows, on lockdown where you can't really show and hide stuff in combat, So perhaps maybe these bars will actually be live HP amounts when they're actually inside of midnight, but we don't know because you can't play in the PvP section for the beta yet, right? You try to queue up for a random BG or a random epic, it just never pops because there's nobody playing it, of course. I mean, hell, it takes long enough to get a queue pop, man, on retail, let alone on a beta that's not going to have hardly anybody playing it for sure. The only ones really that are checking it out are just people that are curious to see what's going to happen, and then add-on developers, of course, because they want to see how bad they got screwed. Pretty much, that's about it. We'll see what happens. I mean, I am not very hopeful that they're going to unlock a lot of stuff just because Blizzard seems to have their own philosophy, right? You think you do, but you don't. They say that they've done away with that, but no, that's still alive and well 1,000%. There's no way they can convince me anyway otherwise. We are wiping them here. We just got their mage too. That's a nice little chunk of points there. 63 to 111. Is this going to be a full-out PvP battle where we got to farm them down to 0? Or are we going to be able to cap some flags, get in their base, and take out that boss with this AA? I'm at 23 killing blows, man. Gotta love the AA on the Paladin. It's just too much fun. That's probably my second class I like to have with it. Obviously, the first is the Hunter, but it seems like on Paladin, it's just much more fun to play because you don't really have to worry about a whole lot. They grip you a couple times, who cares? They grip you a third time, you're immune for 30 seconds. So good luck to them, right? Paladin just seems like the survivability with the AA is, light years beyond what a Hunter can do with the AA. Obviously, the Hunter can sit in the back and snipe from, Egypt, but hell, that's about all. If you get anybody that gets a little team together and just bounces on top of you and hits a smoke bomb, you might be dead in that smoke bomb. For sure. Plus, you only have your trinket to get out of the Paladin jail, whereas as a Paladin, you can use your bubble to get out of the jail as well as a trinket. So you got two ways to escape. So even if they had two Paladins that were throwing you in jail back to back, you wouldn't even have to worry about it because you can trinket one and then you can divine shield the other one, run back and reset. It's only a couple minutes so you get your trinket back, and then you can go back into the team fight and continue on. We're getting pushed back a little bit here. That was probably because we got some people doing that mage thing. But you got to take the 30 points when you can get it, right? Especially since Blizzard has not fixed the web pool. Web pool still works on NPCs and vehicles, of course. Plus, it's really funny too because there are certain places you can stand and you will web pull somebody, and the person you're pulling will get stuck in the terrain and they'll get instantly DC looped forever. I mean, who could have thought of that, right? Oh no. But like I said, I digress because there are things that Blizzard just hasn't fixed in like 20 years, right? You can still get inside of a vehicle in Isle of Conquest, and if you turn the vehicle too quickly upon getting in, you're going to instantly de-seed. They had issues with the siege engine, where if you're in the gunner slot, if you just click over and try to pop into the driver's seat, you would get DC'd too. You'd have to hop out of the vehicle first. I mean, little stupid stuff like that that should have been fixed ages ago. If that wasn't happening in a mythic raid, it would have been fixed yesterday, right? They would have fixed that so fast. But no, PvP is just a mini game to them, and because they don't balance everything properly, there's just not a lot of people that want to do it, right? There are people that do love PvP, and that's all they want to do in the game. Like, I have way more fun in Battlegrounds, especially these large-scale battles, than anywhere else in the entire game, But hey, they don't cater to me, so that's fine and dandy, right? I play what I like, and they can't force me to do one thing or another. That's just the way it is, right? I hate that too whenever they change like something for a class or a specialization, and then they make that the new meta build, right? And everybody and their mom switches to that class and spec. It's like, why, right? I'm playing my rogue. They made assassination really good. I don't want to switch to assassination. I like subtlety. I'm sticking with subtlety. You're not making me change. We are pushing them back here now. They're getting a few kills. We're getting a few kills. we're still very comfortable in the lead. 60-point lead right now. I'm going to rush into him there and get some kills. Just get in there. That's all you got to do with the AA. Paladin, you're wearing plate. You got the road buff. I mean, look how much health I got. 51 million health with the AA as a DPS spec. That is pretty crazy, right? That is nothing that's going to change in the Midnight expansion. They're finally going to go ahead and do a stat squish. I wonder how far everything's going to get squished, though. That's going to be the real question. And what about the scaling? Are they going to actually do scaling properly for NPCs and vehicles inside of Battlegrounds? I don't know. They didn't do it right last time in the Midnight expansion, and then they came back and then had to nerf everything by 75 or 80%, which was just way too much, man. Obviously, you know, the NPCs shouldn't be able to one-shot tanks and stuff, but hell, if you're in all PvP greens, you should be able to see some damage getting taken, right? And it shouldn't be a 30-second battle and you got the bosses dead. Like right now, it's crazy. Granted, I mean, at the end of the expansion, most people are fully geared, you know, and everybody has their complete conquest set. Maybe you need a little bit stronger, you know, just to get the Alterac Valley Blitz and stuff in their AAV. But hey, for the most part, man, it's just crazy how fast the NPCs die. You can have like 1 or 2 rogues nuke the bosses right here in Ashran. Why do you think we have 4 or 5 people sitting in our base right now? Just because 1 or 2 people can just totally destroy the boss in seconds, and you're stuck in combat, so you can't use your scroll to get back to the boss's history, and all this time we put into this match is just down to 2s because they sent 2 people to nuke an NPC that should have one-shot them in the first fucking place, right? But we'll see. I have to see how they're going to do everything. They do need to do a lot of changes in Battlegrounds too. For example, the bosses are not showing up here in Ashran. They should be showing up on the side of the map, right? They are part of the win condition. And I would even go a step further and say in Alterac Valley, they should put the mini-bosses in there too. Probably the same for here as well. Put both mages in, put both bosses in, and then we can actually see if your boss is under attack and taking damage. You might be able to stop him. Besides getting them buffed, of course, they definitely need a lot more HP and probably a lot more other stats too for, you know, defense. Because I guarantee they're getting hit for way too hard from some shit, I'm sure. NPCs, they just take a lot more damage because they don't have all the little stuff that's being deducted because you're in PvP combat. It's just like PvE. Now they're going to grip me in. I'm fine though. I don't have bubble here, so they might be able to do something. I still have a steed. I got my trinket if I have to. Do I need to use it? No, I'm good. I got heals on me. I still have lay on hands too. They're going to do all their stuns. There's lay on hands, and I got life gripped back. I think we're fine. Like I said, as long as I have my trinket, I can get out of their jail. We should be good to go. Granted, we're close enough to their base now. If I actually get jailed, I could go in and probably, you know, solo the boss at this point, right? I'll bet you a Ret Paladin can solo the boss with the AA. I'll bet. Maybe even without it. I mean, who knows? Especially if you get put into their jail, because you can actually pull the boss without pulling the entire room of their guards and everything too when you rush in the front door. We're going to go ahead and bounce right into them though. Let's pop off some more AoEs. Nope, we got a healer back here first. Get him. I don't have hammer, so I couldn't stun him. Just need to start pushing across this bridge. I'm sitting on, what, 35 HKs? You gotta love that, man. It's just so much fun playing with that AA. We got some people ported back here. Mop up those kills. That's a free 4 points right there. Easy peasy. This poor warrior is going to get destroyed once again, man. Now the Paladin, take them out too. Just keep those kills going, man. I'm on that 53 kill streak with the Paladin. Paladins are in a really good spot for the War Within. They finally are actually worth playing again. Jeez. I've actually been playing my Paladin a lot lately here. It's just been a lot more fun. Granted, like I said, the Hunter you can have fun on too, but Paladins just seems like you're playing like a rogue, you're going all in them like a tank, but you can actually stay alive too. So it's kind of like a melee, but you got a lot of abilities that are ranged too, so it's kind of like a mix between a rogue and a hunter, really, and a tank, to be fair. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. They did pretty good job when they did the rework on the Paladin. When they first reworked it, it was stupid OP. But hey, they bounced it out a little bit now. It's still a lot of fun. Let's get these last 2 kills and move on to the next match, though. Boomy's going to be one? Nope. I'm rushing into him. Yeah, buddy, let's go all in here. Get that Wake of Ashes, Divine Storm, 1 kill. Who's going to be the last victim? Paladin? Nope, Warrior. The poor Warrior once again. I'm not going to trinket. Somebody else got the kill. 42-0, man. The answer to life. Got the top killing blows and the top damage. Freemouth and Martyr for the top hills. May all of your random battlegrounds be epic. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Until next time, GG for the Horde.